What's up? Welcome back to another video with the one and only It's like, no, on a serious note though. Well, not so serious, because I ain't trying to be so serious in life anymore. I'm trying to be more laid back. Know what I mean? But we got another video today. So I already cut my jeans up. We're actually working with a forest green corduroy base canvas, okay? So the hey, the jeans, they're already cut up. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm gonna explain to you what I did here. So basically, you see this seam here? This is the outside of the leg, right? Pretty much on this side. Well, on the insides of the legs, there's also a seam. You see this one right here? So I take those inside seams and I cut them. Okay. This opens the jeans up like this. It gives it this canvas-like aspect. Makes it a lot easier to work with. So if you wanted to paint a pair of jeans, you could cut them like this and you literally have a flat canvas. You can paint whatever. You can sew whatever. It's a lot of space. So you're free to, you know, express yourself to the best of your ability, of course. But the jeans are cut. My next step is actually going to be to come over here. And I got this, I think this shirt was stained, like hand stained or hand dyed. Just because of the texture feels like it was dried, like air dried. And the coloring, it just looks like it was done by hand. It just feels like it, and it looks like it was done by hand. I got my articles of fabric from Goodwill today. I've had this one, but this one was also from Goodwill. So I'm going to be using these. And I am also going to, I have some more fabric over here. I had blue corduroy as well, like a navy blue that I used a couple days ago. I wonder if, yeah, right, sure enough. So it'll be navy blue corduroy on dark forest green corduroy with camel. And this, I don't know what that is, fall. Sort of gives me like Alice in Wonderland vibes, but yeah, that's what we're going to be working with today. So my next step from here is actually just going to be to cut these fabrics up. One thing I do when I cut my fabrics is I decide, you know, how long do I want them to be? What part do I want them on the jeans? How do I want them applied to the jeans? And stuff like that. So those are usually things that I decide as I'm cutting them on the fly. So we're just gonna have to see what shapes and stuff I come up with as I'm cutting these. So, you know, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. So I've got my pieces cut up. We've got sleeves, torso pieces, random scraps, and collars of all different textures and sizes. Got these ones over here too. So this is just gonna be a random patchwork type of project, I guess. Just gonna see where this creative energy takes us so far. And yeah, so next step, I'm just gonna go ahead and start pinning these onto my jeans. I actually just use these very simple, very basic pins. You can get some of these for yourself at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Really helps a lot, so I definitely recommend investing in some of those. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start pinning. So another thing with my pins is it's pretty much just a freestyle, especially since my patches are, you know, they come in different sizes, shapes, textures, and colors. It's something you just gotta feel, you know? You can't really force it. You gotta will it. something I heard from Dragon Ball Z, which is a very great way of putting it, is you can't force it, you gotta will it. You can use the force, but you can't force. Does that make sense? Anywho, so I'm just gonna continue adding these patches on. This camel, I really liked my choice of patches today. It's a little something out of the ordinary, something meant to stand out, not meant to really appease other people's opinions of what style should be, but that's exactly what fashion is, at least to me. But what do I know about this shit? I know nothing, right? But yeah, anyway, here we are. I'm just finishing this leg up. Just kind of want to show you guys. I like to sit on the floor to pin it. I feel like it's a moment of intimacy with my project. And see, it's like, you know, people who pray, you know how they get on their knees or they get on the floor when they pray? This is like my way of getting in tune with my higher self, I guess, while I'm working on my projects. It's a sign of humility and gratitude for the gift that I have, because this is a gift and it's not a fucking something. It's not something that I like to fuck around with. It's a gift. Not everyone has the capacity to do creative things or to make something out of nothing. So for us to have that blessing, we're thankful. But anyways, enough of the chit chat. I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing. So I'm all done sewing, and I'm gonna put the pants back together. So this is what we're working with so far. Just some patchwork, very satisfying. I tried to be as minimal with like the amount of stitches I did. So say like I start sewing and then I stop that pattern, or I stop that stitch. We'll call that one stitch, right? I try to keep it as little. I try to keep it together with as little stitches as possible. So on this side, I believe I actually did 2. So all this is 2 applications of the stitch. And I believe this side was actually 2 as well. So we kept the stitches to a minimum, but still got the patches applied properly. So I'm gonna put them back together. If you've seen my other videos, you kind of know what I do to put them back together. If you don't, flip your jeans inside out, alright? What you're gonna want to do here is flip them from how we usually have them, and now you're gonna flip them like this, okay, with the front and the back side. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the crotch. This is the front end with the belt button right here. I'm gonna take the crotch from the front side and the crotch from the back side, and I'm gonna pinch them together. So you can see here, this is the back side crotch and this is the front side, right? Pinch them together. Once you have them pinched, you're just gonna sew a small line here and here. 2 very simple stitches just to combine the crotch. After that, we're gonna move on to the legs, but I'm gonna show you that once we're done with the crotch first. So you can see here, I've sewn my crotch back together. I have a stitch here and here, okay? What you do now is you just pinch the legs together, exactly how you did the crotch. So I have this side. They're flipped inside out, of course, but they're pinched together. I use some clips to kind of keep them in place. And now we're just sewing, okay? You'll see that I like to align the presser foot on the edge over here with the side of the pants. Gives me about 3/4 of an inch for seam allowance. So what I'm actually just doing now is I'm gonna finish sewing the legs all together, and then the jeans are gonna be done. We're gonna flip them inside out for the reveal, and then we're gonna try them on. So they're all sewn up now, right? Now what I like to do is reveal them. It's one of my favorite parts. Just flip them inside out really quick. That way we can see what we're working with now. Ooh. Oh. Oh. So they're all done. A little skinny, but I don't mind it. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. Good luck on your next project. And I love you guys.